Welcome world, how are you doing? What I would like to do is take 15 minutes maximum and do some reviews on my gear and my instruments. Share my opinion, my thoughts on the instruments and my experiences. So why not hang on and have a listen, because right now we're going to review the ML-1 PRO from Chapman Guitars. Natural walnut finish, Seymour Duncan pickups, 24 jumbo frets, hipshot tremolo, a neck through construction, hipshot locking machine heads, a real beauty. It has a 5-way switch, not a 3-way switch like they say everywhere, even on the official site. Now it's a 5-way switch. Coil split and a master volume. But first of all, let's have a sneak preview into my new album and take the track Captain of My Soul. This song I played with the Chapman guitars. Of course, it's EQ'd, mixed and mastered. But you get a good idea how good that guitar can sound. I'll just see you in a minute. That didn't sound too bad, didn't it? Okay, so we will have some audio samples later on without any EQing, mixing, so you get a better idea on how the guitar sounds. Why did I buy this guitar? Well, number one, I was interested in Chapman guitars. I like that guy, Rob Chapman, very much. I like the philosophy. And as I do have a Gibson Les Paul Deluxe with a thick 50s neck, I was on the lookout for a guitar with a very thin neck, and this has a thin C-shaped contour neck. So it's more a modern guitar, and it has 24 frets. I don't have a guitar with 24 frets, so this was another thing I really did like. I wasn't sure about whether I go to the ML-1, and I ordered the ML-1 Trans Black 2. Ordered because in Germany distribution is Thomann, and if you're not near their store, of course you have to buy it online and order them, and then you check them out at home. So from the get-go, from the first moment I laid my fingers on the ML-1 PRO, I love that guitar. You know, if you have the right feel, everything is okay and good. The ML-1, the TB, was very nice. I really liked it, but with my Shuffle Model 2 from the 80s, I already have a guitar pretty similar to the ML-1. So the ML-1 PRO was the obvious choice for me. I was not 100% sure if I stay with that guitar because I had some issues, and I want to share these experiences because I guess some of you guys have similar experiences. The guitar comes in detuning. So first thing, I had to go back to standard E-tuning, and then I noticed that the neck is very, very loose. You can tighten it easily enough with the truss rod here, but still normally you turn that truss rod just a little bit, 1/4 of the way, really a tiny adjustment. But the neck was so loose, I really had to adjust a lot. And that was a bit irritating because for a moment I was thinking if I'm doing the right thing here. But in the end, I was able to do everything I need to do to get the guitar the way I prefer them to play, and adjust the tram system, of course, and adjust the action. So in the end, after guitar, I love to play. Still, a few things I noticed. Number one, the Darius on that guitar didn't work for me. They felt wrong, they sounded wrong, so off they went. I'm playing the Darius, by the way, but a different type. So I put on 10-52s because that's what I play. So it's heavy bottom, thicker strings in the E, A, and D string. And I started playing and used the tram system, and whoops, E, A, and D strings were half a tone off. So obviously the nut, the tusk nut, didn't manage to deal with the thicker strings, which still to me is a bit of a surprise, and that shouldn't be the way. So I put on a standard set of strings, 10-46, and with this everything worked just fine. Still a bit annoying. Talking about annoying, the volume knob scratches a little bit. It's once in a while, and that shouldn't be in a guitar that expensive, but things like that happen. Maybe I'm the unlucky guy regarding the ML-1 Pros. It's not a big issue, but something you notice. Also, what I did notice is the finish, the walnut finish is splendid looking. I really do love it, but I already have some bruises on it. And that was something I was complaining about at Horlemann, because I've seen that this is not a new guitar, meaning brand new from the factory, because it had some dents, not dents, but bruises in it, and I was irritated by that. Right now I have to say there are more, there's another bruise I did. Thinking about how careful I am with my guitars, I have to say the finish seems to be very, let's say, sensitive. So if you're doing rock and metal and things happen, I can't imagine how the guitar looks in a few years. Maybe then I have this expensive worn look. Anyway, it was worth mentioning. All right. I guess that's it. I would buy the ML-1 Pro again. I'm very happy with it. If I compare it to my Gibson Les Paul, which is more than double the price, it holds up beautifully in the mix, in the sounds. The leads sound great. Obviously, with the 3 Seymour Duncans, you have a lot of choices. The single coil split doesn't do much for me, but apart from that, I have the guitar I want to have. It's inspiring, it feels great, it looks great, and you really love to rock out on it. So I guess that's what we're going to do now. Have a listen. What I'm going to do is take the Marshall GMP1 through a Marshall power amp, going into the effects return, and then into a 2-0 live torpedo. That's a digital load box. And I add a little bit of T-Rex Ghost reverb on it, but that's it. And that's the sound you're going to hear. Thanks for joining me, and until next time.